The other one with Mahomes, like you said it, the behind the back pass, he did it in the preseason last year. We saw it. I've never seen a guy, as you know, I've had a few catches with Patrick Mahomes. I've never been around a guy who can have a catch and throw the ball so many different ways and still throw a perfect spiral. I mean, he was doing stuff with me when I was having a catch. I can't even explain it. It was like he was like literally playing games like, let me just see how weird I can throw it here and still throw a spiral. Like his arms were straight and he just do like crazy stuff, but he's got such a great hand to manipulate the ball and feel that you'd go, I don't know what the hell that is, but he's still throwing a spiral and it's spinning. Like, that's where he's insane. He has a gift with the ball between his Gumby joints and arms with how flexible he is, and a feel with his hand that is second to none, that allows him to really be a magician with the football.
It is incredible, and he's still, like, on the front end of his prime. He's not 30 yet, and it's easy to kind of I don't want to say write the Chiefs off, but not regard them as team that is likely to get back to the Super Bowl. But I'm still taking the Chiefs over the field in the AFC. Until somebody can prove that they can beat the Chiefs in a 60-minute single elimination winner-take-all setting in January, from the AFC.
Yeah.
From the AFC, I'm still. The Chiefs are still the cream of the crop in that conference.
They've mastered winning. They know the art of winning. They do. Now, what they need to do this year is master the art of dominating teams again. That's where they've gotten away from. They've found a way to keep games close and then pull it out in the end. But you're seeing here, too, you're playing with fire like that. Because it's just there's got to be some teams, and every now and then you got to play at a high level all game if it's Philadelphia, or you got to put a team away every now and then instead of letting them hang around and we go down to a nail-biting sequence to the late end of the game. That's the next phase for the Chiefs. Can they get back to dominating football teams, which we haven't seen really in the regular season on a consistent basis since when? I don't know, 4 years ago maybe, when they were really winning games like that, where you're just like, oh my gosh, they're just piling it on. They can do whatever they want. See you later, other team.
They're Randy, the little brother in A Christmas Story, playing with their food.
Yeah, they are.
Meatloaf, sweet loaf, double beat loaf. I hate meatloaf. I mean, I think they're like kid that didn't study for the test, flying too close to the sun on wings of barbecue. Like they like that rush, and they've proven time and again they can win. That's why the Eagles knew, you're only going to beat this team if you destroy this team.
Yeah.
You cannot let them hang around. And by hang around, you cannot allow them to remain within 2 scores. If they are within 2 scores, 16 points or less, they will find a way. And you've got to get on top of them. You got to stay on top of them. And you have to keep pushing. And you have to knock them out early. Because even then, they won't give up. Even then, they'll keep coming.
Definitely. You're right. I mean, we've seen them down 17-0 early in games and stuff like that. And if they get a little hope or just a little positive reinforcement, watch out, here they come. They're awesome like that. That's why they're great.
Down 24-0 to the Texans in that playoff game.
Right.
In 2018?
Yeah, 2019. Right. That was the year they go to,
Yeah.
Right. They do that.
They're down 24-0 and they came back and won that game. They were down 10 points on multiple occasions in the AFC Championship against the Titans.
Right.
And then they were down 10 points with 7 minutes left. It was over. I mean, I was in the press box in Miami, and it's like, well, the 49ers are going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then, boom, jet ship Wasp 23,
right.
where that play was.
My son was running around the house crying. He was mad.
Maybe they're not going to win the Super Bowl.
He thought it was over. Yeah, it was crazy. It was the greatest turn of events I've really, maybe some of the greatest turning events I've ever saw in the Super Bowl, that Super Bowl. That was crazy because there was total control of the game by the 49ers. It felt like the Chiefs were barely hanging on to stay in the game. And then all of a sudden, like they did that year towards the end of the year, like you're explaining, they could just go through a moment where they could just explode for like 8-10 minutes where you just go, oh my gosh, they're unstoppable. And that's what they did late in the game, and that's what's amazing about them.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.